Hey everybody, hello. Welcome to Let's Make Up with Carol J and some more too. Well, today what we are talking about is the situation with Sean P. Combs. Now, what I want to say is give a really quick disclaimer as far as the names that I use. I will be using P. Diddy. I will be using Puffy. I will be using Sean P. Combs. I will be using Mr. Combs. They are all in reference to Sean P. Diddy, Puffy Combs. Okay, these are his names. This is what he goes by. From what I can understand, it's Sean P. Combs. Not quite sure what the P stands for, but I just want to let you all know that I am referring to the same person. So what we know is that this past Monday, there was a search warrant that took place at his homes. He is the owner of two homes, and these homes are located in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. So these searches were done on both of the properties. They were done on both of the properties allegedly. And I say allegedly because I got to protect me. So these were done allegedly due to a claim of sex trafficking, okay, activity. There were 30 to 40 officers that showed up at the residence of these households to raid each one of them, the one in Miami, Florida, and the one also in Los Angeles, California. Now, it isn't known, which is another disclaimer, it isn't known whether P. Diddy is the actual person of interest in this actual allegation. It isn't known. However, we do know that both of his homes have been raided, and unfortunately, the authorities are being extremely tight-lipped. It's kind of understandable because of the nature. AKA sex trafficking is a very sensitive nature across the board, and so people have to be careful. So we know that a large cardboard box was taken out of one of the residences, and it was seen being removed, and we are told that the raid is only quote unquote a part of an ongoing investigation. So if this raid is a part of an ongoing investigation, what that's saying is that they've been doing this a while. The King case has been going on a while. But what I must mention again is it is not known if this case is directly against P. Diddy, because in these residences, because it's more than one, he has sons that live there. There isn't a lot of info that is being discussed as to who is actually being charged with anything, what they're actually being charged with, none of the evidence, none of that. If you know anything about criminal justice, authorities, they keep tight-lipped. They really, really do. It's only limited what they can and will say. So the HLS, which is Homeland Security, mentioned that both of these homes, the home in Miami as well as a home in Los Angeles, these residences have been working directly with Homeland Security in Miami and in Los Angeles to orchestrate this raid, to orchestrate the raid in LA as well as a raid in Miami, but not a lot is being shared with the public. As I said before, HSI, which is the acronym for the Homeland Security Investigation, is the lead department that is actually working on this case due to the nature of the case, okay? These types of crimes that may include, and I'm going to be very, very protective and careful about what I say. These types of crimes that may include, aka threats and or trafficking, have to be handled in such a way that is a little bit different from what most cases might actually be. So back to the activity. The activity that was taking place at the Diddy homes has been referred to as a search warrant execution. Let me tell you something. Anybody that knows their English knows that execution means to carry on or to plan out, to set up something, to set you up for something. So, whatever is going on in these investigations with these authorities, they are most definitely trying to ensure that they are getting all of their ducks in a row. They're making sure that these ducks are in a row, that these ducks are dressed up, baby. They're making sure that they have everything set in order, especially if it concerns a brown man. They want to make sure that whatever it is that they put, whatever it is that they bring, whatever it is that they present, sticks. And yep, I said what I said. So the Homeland Security and the other authorities were literally, as they were raiding these households, they literally set up card tables outside of these homes and were literally just getting everything set up and in place. They didn't want to leave nothing out. They wanted to make sure that this right here, whatever this right here was evidence A and evidence B, evidence AB 1, 2, or whatever. They had to make sure that those things were definitely set in order and that nothing was out of place. Just to give a little background on Sean P. Combs, P. Diddy, he founded his record label, Bad Boy Records, in 1993, and he has done exceptionally well for himself for many, many years. He's getting older, but not that old, and has done really well. He is literally a billionaire based on what he put into himself, into his business, Bad Boy recording company, and what he's put into other people. He has produced several recording artists, and overall has just been extremely successful in his entrepreneurship. He had a plan, he orchestrated that plan, just like the Homeland Security is doing against him or someone in his household. He orchestrated that plan, and he did very, very well for himself. But we do also know that in November 2023, P. Diddy settled out of court with an ex-girlfriend of his by the name of Cassie Ventura. If you don't know Cassie was also someone that he discovered. He began dating her. She was a lot younger than him. But what ended up coming out in November of 2023, she filed a claim against P. Diddy stating that she had suffered years of sexual assault and that she was subjected to years of unfavorable trauma at the hands of P. Diddy, that he mistreated her. Now, my question is, if that were in fact the case, why did you stay? Some people might argue with me that when people are abused, they don't know how to get out. Whatever the case may be, there is too much in the world today that can help women that are being put in these situations. And I know a lot of women can say, well, you know, he is a, what is that word that I'm trying to say? He is a narcissist, and he would find out about this. Honey, there's help, okay? There is help. So anyway, P. Diddy settled out of court with Cassie or Cassie, and Cassie got millions of dollars. Now, for a billionaire, millions of dollars ain't nothing, but to me, it's principle. It's principle, y'all. If, in fact, he didn't do it, why did he settle out of court? That's the part I don't understand. What I'm not going to do is sit up here and settle out of court with someone if I'm not at fault. But a lot of times, people end up settling out of court because they don't want to go to court, and it be fictitious evidence, and the judge has compassion for one person as opposed to the other person, and then the jury has compassion, and then you left out, you leave out with nothing. Maybe he didn't want her to get more than $1 million, or more than 2 or 3 million, more than 30 million, whatever the case may be. He settled out of court with her. Now, my question is, why in fact would you settle out of court with her one day after she filed the papers? It seems to me that that's just a little suspect. I'm just saying for me, that's a little suspect. I'm a little bullheaded though. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'm not settling out of court if I know that my stuff is right. I'm not also saying that P. Diddy was guilty on this. I can't say that because I don't know. I am just saying that it's pending investigation. They went to both of his homes. They hopefully this is not something, I don't think, because it's Homeland Security, can be settled out of court. This is something that actually has to go through. I just think that when people settle out of court, why settle out of court if you're innocent? This young lady won a lot of money from him. And if he was innocent, why? Money can buy us a lot of things, but oftentimes money cannot buy you out of trouble. Sometimes yes, because the wicked sometimes do win, but most times it catches up with you eventually. A few short weeks after Cassie actually won her case against P. Diddy, several other women started coming out of the woodwork, as it always does happen like this. They started coming out of the woodwork with lawsuits and claims against P. Diddy to try and get on the bandwagon. That's what I think it is. They know that the man is rich. They know that, excuse me, that Cassie won. And because Cassie won, they want to be in on it too. But what I do want to say in closing is this. The man has a lot of money. He's going to pay the best lawyers, the best attorneys, the best law team that he can get. He's going to get. What P. Diddy has claimed, as well as his lawyer, they are saying that these are false allegations that these women are coming up with, that there's no truth to them, that these women are just trying to get on the bandwagon, trying to get him because they know that he is wealthy. His lawyer also continued to say that Mr. Combs is innocent, and we will fight every day to clear his name. What P. Diddy said is that he's innocent and people have been trying to take him down for years. What I will say in closing is this. People deal with jealousy. I'm not sure whether or not any of these claims of trafficking, trauma that women may have experienced at the hands of P. Diddy, I don't know. All I'm saying is this. If you're not guilty, stop settling out of court. I understand he has a lot of money and he could just pay these people so their mouths can be shut. I understand that. But you're going to mess around and keep paying people, and women are going to continue to come out of the woodwork, and then you're going to look up and you ain't going to have much of nothing. People are going to be just living on the fruits of your labor. I believe I read that Cassie ended up suing him and ended up marrying someone else. So the money that he gave her, she probably taking care of somebody else with it. Y'all, it's a mess. Go ahead and flood the comments. Tell me what it is that you'd like to see next. Tell me what it is that you feel and how you feel about this situation. I just feel like this. People need to go to work and work for their own. Stop trying to take from people who have put in and worked the field at whatever it is that they have mastered. Allow him to be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Now, if in fact he is guilty, yes, let him pay the cost. Let him pay the cost. Do I think that he is guilty concerning Cassie? I don't. And the reason I think that he's not guilty concerning her is because she stayed in it so long. Women have to get to a point, if you're being mistreated, to walk away, to stop staying in the things because a person has money. Some might say, well, she may have been fearful. It's a lot of agencies. There are a lot of people who can help. If you're someone who is in a relationship where you do not feel safe, you can contact so many people. You can contact your local authorities and they can help you out of this and these types of situations. Don't stay in something where you don't feel comfortable nor safe. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you all give me some comments as to what it is next that you want me to cover. If you want me to continue to cover this, just let me know and I'll definitely do it. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.